Assalamu alaikum. Students, today we'll be discussing about the institutions which are going to provide the help to the entrepreneurs or small scale industries. Like out of this, like certain institutions, we are going to also discuss about the commercial banks which are providing a finance, the very important factor or the important tool to run any business, that is finance or capital, which is being provided by the different banks and institutions. So in your upcoming classes or sessions, you'll be discussing about the various banks and the institutions which are providing the financial and managerial help to the various small scale industries and startups. Okay, in short, we are going to with the help of these institutions and banks, we are promoting the entrepreneurs, okay, in India. Coming to the first, that is commercial banks. Commercial banks in India, it is broadly categorized into two types, that is scheduled commercial banks and non-scheduled or unscheduled commercial banks. Okay, scheduled commercial banks have been listed under the RBI. We all know that Reserve Bank of India constitute of three respective banks, that is commercial banks, cooperative banks and development banks. Like commercial bank constitute all nationalized and private banks, whereas cooperative banks deal with short term credit, long term credit, like for agriculture terms or urban credit type. And development banks, this type of banks that is IFCI, IDBI and EXIM and Exim and NABARD and SIDBI. ये थोड़े बैंक है which has been only concentrating on development of the like businesses. Okay, this kind of banks are called as development banks. So these three are the banks under RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. And out of this three, one is the commercial bank, which is again being divided into scheduled banks, scheduled commercial bank and unscheduled commercial bank. Scheduled commercial banks which are listed under the Reserve Bank of India, which constitute nationalized and private banks. Okay, whereas the unscheduled commercial banks, they are not adhere to the restrictions and rules of RBI, but also like they make their own terms, like their own regulations and rules also, they policies they made and they follow. Okay, so this kind of bank are local banks, state banks and cooperative, some of the cooperative bank. Okay, these are called as unscheduled or non-scheduled commercial banks. Okay, so commercial banks, here we are going to discuss the commercial bank in terms of providing a benefit to the entrepreneurs, startups and small scale industries. Okay, so basically commercial banks are of two types, that is scheduled commercial banks and unscheduled or non-scheduled commercial bank. Scheduled commercial bank, which is listed under the RBI, which example nationalized and private banks. Okay, and non-scheduled or unscheduled commercial bank, which is not adhere till the rules and regulations made by RBI, but they go beyond it and make their own regulations and policies under the supervision. And then like this kind of banks, examples are local banks, state and cooperative. Some of the cooperative banks are called as non-scheduled like commercial banks, which are not adhere to the rules and regulations of RBI. Okay, I think it's clear the two different types of commercial banks. Now we'll be discussing the various activities of commercial banks. Commercial banks transfer funds. It transfer the money from one place, one country to other country, one account to the other countries, the other accounts. Acceptance of deposit, again in detail we'll be discussing the acceptance of deposit. Means where we can save our money with a complete security. Offering those deposits for the loans for establishment, industries and purchase of house and equipments. लाइक यहाँ पर क्या करें, जो भी डिपॉजिट्स हम बैंक में कर रहे हैं, कमर्शियल बैंक्स में या फिर एनी अदर बैंक, वॉट एवर मनी आई एम गोइंग टू डिपॉजिट इन टू इट, दिस डिपॉजिट मनी विल बी यूज्ड, we will be getting the interest for this deposits, right? Okay, if I am depositing around 5 lakhs, I'll be getting certain percentage of interest every month or yearly, right? So this money, what will happen, ये क्या था, FD रहता, fixed deposits रहते, which I can just I can just take the over money after the certain period of time. तो till that time, जब तक क्या करते हैं ये बैंक, ये commercial banks, this banks used our deposit money for for the providing a loans to the establishment of industries for purchase of houses and equipment. हाउस लोन है, बिजनेस लोन है विच वी आर गेटिंग. तो इस तरीके से वो लोग क्या करते हैं, हमारे डिपॉजिट्स यूज़ करते हैं एंड दे यूज़ वॉट एवर इंटरेस्ट दे आर गेटिंग आउट ऑफ दैट. लाइक इफ दे आर गेटिंग अराउंड 15% ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, the 8% of interest are given to us, right? तो इस तरीके से क्या हो रहा है, that is beneficial for the banks, it is beneficial for the industries and the depositor. Okay, so these are certain activities of commercial bank. Next, coming to the functions of commercial banks, there are two types of functions: primary function and secondary function. Okay, primary functions, again I am repeating, accepting of deposits. Here in acceptance of deposit, we this commercial banks, they take the deposits, means money which has been which is the people who save the money, or who is having a surplus income, they found it like convenient to deposit this amount with the banks. When this is being deposited in the banks, they get some of the interest onto that particular deposit, like a rate of interest will be fixed, and this will be given to the depositors, like when they are depositing the money into the bank for the certain period of time, which are here deposited money in the bank are getting the customers are getting some benefits, the depositors are getting benefit in the terms of interest. Okay, now this accepting deposit is again offered as a deposit, this is again offered as a loan for establishment of businesses and for the purchasing of the machineries or equipments. Okay, so this is called as accepting of deposits. मतलब यहाँ पर commercial bank का main aim क्या रहेगा, like here they are saving the surplus income or savings of the people in terms of deposits, and they are providing the interest to the depositors, and also using this deposit money in sense of offering the deposits for in sense of offering the loans for the establishment of industries, business, or purchasing of houses or equipment. समझ आया? Then next is your grant of loans and advances. Here they are providing the loans and advances. Banks are not only saving our money, but also they are providing us the loans and depositors and advances. Like here generally loans is granted for specific time, and commercial banks grant short term loans and long term loans. Okay, like loans which can be written for after a certain time with a certain interest, and short term loans for the certain for some month or year, 1 year it has been provided. Okay, so the loans differed. And advances is a credit facilities provided by the bank to its customers. It differs from the loan. Loan may be granted for longer period, but advances are normally granted for short term period. Like credit facilities हम जो दे रहे हैं nowadays, credit cards are being provided, so that after a certain time when they are getting when their accounts are funded, at that time the money will be taken back by the banks. Okay, so this kind of facilities is provided by the bank. The primary function is to accept the deposits, savings from the employee, accept the deposits, that is the savings of the customers here are the depositors. They save the money, and while saving this money, they after saving the money, they get a certain amount of interest, because their money is being offered to the other people in order to establish the business and purchase of houses. Okay, now granting of loans and advances, again the primary function, which provide the loans for the long term and advances for the short term period in the form of credit to the customers. Okay, now secondary functions are secondary functions could be the undertaking safe custody of valuable important documents by providing lockers. We all know that many of the banks provide lockers, right? They provide the lockers in sense to save our jewelries or important documents into it with the complete security. Here it will be in the security of our of the banks in which I am depositing my valuable things. Okay, and also providing the facilities of foreign exchange to the customers, transferring of money from one place to other place, one country to the other country, from one branch to the other branch, and also standing guarantee on behalf of its customer for making payments of purchase of the goods and machineries. They are providing a guarantees on behalf of their customers, and for making the payments of the purchase goods and machineries in the form of letter of credit, or in the where in the form of deferred payments. Okay, and also it is providing a benefits like reports for credit worthiness of customers in the form of letter of credit, and issuing a demand draft and pay orders. Okay, these are some of the secondary functions of the commercial bank. Okay, so primary functions: accepting deposits and granting loans and advances, and also like so custody for the valuable things, foreign exchange benefit, transferring of money from one place to the other place, and standing a guarantee on behalf of customer for making the payments. Instead of customers, they are making a payments with a certain deal with the customers for the purchase of goods and machineries. Okay, this is the commercial banks, which is providing a help to the entrepreneurs and also the customers to start their business, establish the business. Okay, not only establishment of businesses but also to purchase houses and equipments. Commercial banks are of two types: scheduled commercial bank, unscheduled commercial banks. Scheduled commercial banks, who is completely owned or listed under the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, and all public and private sectors banks come under scheduled commercial bank. Non-scheduled commercial banks are who are not adhere to the rules and regulations of RBI. Local banks, state and cooperative banks come under non-scheduled commercial banks. Activities of commercial bank we have discussed: they transfer funds, acceptance of deposits, which is this deposits, when it is accepted, this deposits are the money which is being saved or the same surplus income of any of the customers who are depositing a money for the certain time of period, and we are in term banks are providing the benefits to the in the form of interest to the customers. Okay, and this money is being rotated and being given offered as a loans to the other customers, which is in the like in benefit of the interest from them. Okay, so these are some of the primary and secondary functions of the commercial bank. Apart from providing loans and transferring the funds and getting accepting of deposits, they are also taking care of the valuable things of the customers, like important documents, jewelry, by providing lockers. Foreign exchange facilities being provided, and also standing guarantee on behalf of customers for purchasing of machineries or in terms for the payments of various kind of equipments. Okay, apart from commercial banks, there are major financial institutions which are providing the help to this kind of businesses, the startups or entrepreneurs, that is IDBI, IFCI. Total 11 different institutions, major financial institutions, which we will be discussing in upcoming sessions. Okay, the other major financial institutions out of this, first we'll discuss about IDBI, that is Industrial Development Bank of India. Okay, so this Industrial Development Bank of India was set up in July 1964, which was wholly owned by which was a wholly owned subsidiary of RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. But in 1976, it got delinked from RBI and owned by Government of India. Okay, so here Industrial Development Bank of India, that is IDBI, which is being set up in July 1964, which was owned wholly by RBI, but it got delinked in 1976 from RBI, and completely it was owned by Government of India. Completely owned by Government of India. Why? Because according to this research or according to 2019 report, it is around 72% of shares is being, or the contribution is made by the Government of India in IDBI. Okay, so headquarters is located in Mumbai, Maharashtra, India, and total revenue is around 24,504 crores according to 2021. Net income is 1,514 crores according to 2021, and present chairman of IDBI is M.R. Kumar. Okay, this is some of the information about IDBI. That has been, it was first came into existence in 1964 under the RBI. Then it got delinked with, and most maximum shares were held by Government of India, and providing more benefits or more money to the IDBI. And the headquarters is located in Mumbai, Maharashtra. You can see the IDBI in various kind of states in India, which is providing a benefits and revenue around 24,504 crores of revenue generated in according to 2021 financial year, that is April 2021. After April 2021, we have seen the total revenue is 24,504 crores. Net income was 1,514 crores. Okay, the present chairman is M.R. Kumar. Coming to the objectives, in upcoming institutions we'll be discussing about the institutions, and as well as we'll discuss what is the objective and functions of various institutions. Okay, the first we are discussing about IDBI. Objective is, it is a coordination here IDBI is making a coordination with other major financial institutions. Okay, they're providing the finance and they're providing the help to the other financial institutions. In order, they are making a coordination so that even this institution could help out the small scale industries and the entrepreneurs to have a to get the financial help. Okay, so in they are providing a coordination activities to the other institution, as I told you, not only this particular financial institutions but also including the banks, and which is engaged with the financing and promoting the development and promoting the industries, and for the conformity with the national priorities. Okay, so here coordination is made by the other institutions and banks. Okay, industrial growth, again the main aim here is the industrial growth by providing the benefits and finance or capital to the businesses. Here we are making an industrial growth is being made with the help by providing a finance from the IDBI, and also the industrial growth it provides is made by providing a loans and advances, deferred payments or letter of credit to the different various industries, and also by planning promotion and development of key industries. Here industrial growth is being focused not only providing a capital or finance to the businesses but also making a certain plan and looking for the promotion and development of the various industries. Okay, providing soft loans. Okay, soft loans here means which is being provided in such kind of sectors where we are getting benefited to the country. जैसा कि entrepreneurship growth है, small scale industries में हम जब invest कर रहे हैं तो we indirectly we are investing in the growth of the countries. Okay, so हम जब एक simple example लेंगे कि जब small scale industries में जब investment हो रहा है तो in what indirectly what happen, when the small scale industries are growing, we are looking for the growth. If rural industries are growing, we are looking for the growth of the country, right? तो यहाँ पर with the loans which is provided to the specific industries which is looking ahead for the country's growth are called as soft loans. Is what is the some of the objective of soft loans are to look for the growth of the countries by making a growth of the small scale industries and promoting the entrepreneurs. Okay, so this kind of soft loans vary from the different loans and advances in terms of interest. मतलब यहाँ का interest कम रहेगा and the payment rate repayable जो भी loan जो भी हम देंगे यहाँ पर जो repayable time रहेगा that will be long when compared to the other loans. Okay, so it also IDBI also provides the soft loans again I am repeating, it is the loans which is provided, ऐसे loans जो कोई business में invest कर रहे हैं which by promoting that businesses like small scale industries है, rural industries है, वैसे businesses को हम promote करेंगे तो in turn my country will be promoted, right? तो यहाँ पर if the country is getting promoted, ऐसे इंडस्ट्रीज़ में जब हम इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं उसको सॉफ्ट लोन्स बोलोगे. नॉर्मल लोन से ये लोन्स डिफ़र करते हैं क्योंकि यहाँ का इंटरेस्ट रेट कम है एंड एज वेल एज योर रीपेएबल टाइम इज़ more when compared to the normal loans. Promotional activities, again it is providing a promotional activities for bringing about the industrial development, and also it provides the coordination with the other financial institutions, and it is providing a loans and advances to the different various industries and also for growing the industries and also to purchase the machineries and equipment. Okay, these are some of the objectives of the IDBI. Okay, the IDBI, as I told you, Industrial Development Bank of India, was set up in 1964, wholly owned by RBI. Then it was delinked by RBI and linked with Government of India in 1976. And headquarters, the main reason was RBI was having many other institutions to look after. So Government of India took this step to undertake RBI under their ownership, and revenue according to the 2021 financial year month, that is April, 24,504 crores, and net income 1,514 crores. Chairman is M.R. Kumar. These are certain kind of objectives of your IDBI. Okay, this is the first financial institution. Okay, the other major financial institution is IFCI, that is Industrial Finance Corporation of India. Okay, I repeat, Industrial Finance Corporation of India. Here, the main aim of Industrial Finance Corporation of India is to provide medium and long-term loans to the people, okay, to the people who is belonging to the industry or businesses, okay, to promote the entrepreneurship and as well as to promote the industrial industries in India. Okay, so IFCI provides the medium and long-term loans. It has been established in 1948 as a statutory corporation, and IFCI is currently a company listed under Bombay Stock Exchange and New York Stock Exchange. Okay, it has been directly, initially it was only the financial support industry, but later on it was given in priority that they can also contribute into the stock exchange business, that is business in Bombay Stock Exchange and New York Stock Exchange. Okay, it provides a financial support to the diversified growth of industries across the spectrum. Means it is focusing, its main focus is to provide the financial support. यहाँ पर it is providing a financial support by providing a capital or loans to the businesses by in this, when they are providing a loans to the businesses and startups, they diversify the growth of industries across the world. Okay, एंड इट इज़ हैविंग लाइक इट फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटीज, मतलब ये लोग लोन्स ऐसे कौन से बिजनेस में प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं इन द वेरियस काइंड्स ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट्स सच एज एयरपोर्ट्स, roads, telecom businesses, power businesses, real estate business, and many other service sectors. Okay, they are providing a long term and short medium term and long term loans, right? So obviously here the like amount of loans will be more when compared to the other businesses, right? So यहाँ पर they are mainly focusing on providing financing or loans to this kind of businesses, that is airport, roads, telecom, power, real estate, service sectors. In short, they are being linked with the government and they are providing a loans to the businesses, which is also coming a project which is coming up with the government and also individual projects. Okay, now during its 70 years of existence, I think more than 70 years till date, its mega projects were like Adani Mundra Ports and GMR Goa International Airport, Salasar Highways and Raichur Power Corporation were some of these projects which was undertaken by the IFCI with the like providing a financial assistance with government from the IFCI. मतलब यहाँ पर ये जो कुछ भी projects हम पढ़े, more than 70 years of experience of this IFCI after establishment in 1948. So this was some of the major projects which was handled and which was providing a financial assistance to this particular major projects by the IFCI. Okay, that is Industrial Finance Corporation of India. So in short, Industrial Financial Corporation of India provide medium and long term loans, and also they provide a financing to the various kind of projects such as roads, telecom, power, real estate and other service sectors. Major projects we have discussed, which is been like carried out with the financial assessment of IFCI. And also okay, and company have also played a vital role, मतलब they have played an important role. This institution has played an important role, not only providing a financial assistance to the various kind of project, but also they have been providing help to setting up the various market intermediators, like several niche areas were also been covered by this IFCI, that was like stock exchanges, entrepreneurship development organizations, consultancy organization, education and skill development institutes. Okay, so this was also contributing towards the stock exchange, entrepreneurship development programs and consultancies organization and skill development institutes, education skill development institutes. They have also helped in setting up education and skill development institutes. After providing a help or financial assistance to the various kind of like a niche area, like small areas like stock exchanges, or providing a help to the entrepreneur development program, education sector, skill development, setting up the skill development institution, the government of India has placed a venture capital fund of rupees 200 crores for scheduled caste in with IFCI. मतलब with the IFCI, government is providing a funds of 200 crores to the scheduled caste, like with the aim of promoting the entrepreneurship among the schedule caste, like providing a finance to this particular entrepreneurs and to provide the concessional finance. And IFCI have also committed around 50 crores of lead investors and sponsor of fund. And IFCI Venture Capital Funds Limited, which is providing a funds of 50 crores to lead the investors and sponsor of the funds. Okay, so here with the help with government of India, around 2 crores of funds was being provided with under the scheduled caste people who are like interested in entering into the entrepreneurship. Okay, after providing around 200 crores of like financial assistment to the scheduled caste entrepreneurs, and to promote the entrepreneurship. Also, the IFCI have a huge contribution by coming up with a scheme which has helped to promote the entrepreneurship. The scheme was of credit enhancement guarantee for the scheduled caste entrepreneurs in March 2015, with the objective of encouraging the entrepreneurs. And also under this scheme, IFCI would have been providing a guarantee to the banks against the loan to the young and startup entrepreneurs belonging to the scheduled caste. According to this scheme, what is happening, this IFCI is providing the guarantee instead of the particular entrepreneurs, to provide the financial help and to come up with the new startups ideas. Okay, so under this schemes, IFCI would provide a guarantees to the bank and to against the loans for the young entrepreneurs to come up with the new startups. Okay, so the scheme have been the main objective or the main aim for this scheme is to again promote the entrepreneurship. Like IFCI remains solely responsible for implementation of government industrial policies activities. Okay, यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा था कि IFCI before the emergence of ICICI Bank, which was like around in 1991, this particular bank was solely responsible. Okay, so IFCI, that is the Industrial Finance Corporation of India, was solely responsible for implementation of the government's industrial policy initiatives to help and promote the entrepreneurs until and unless the emergence of ICICI in 1906. Like till what time? In 1991, till the emergence of ICICI, they provided the help to the entrepreneurs by providing a loans and advances and letter of credit, and deferred payments was solely handled by IFCI with the integration of government till the establishment of ICICI in the year 1991. Okay, so IFCI, let me repeat it again. IFCI was Industrial Finance Corporation. Industrial Finance Corporation, which was established in 1948 as a statutory corporation. IFCI was currently a company which was listed in BSE and NSE. So as I told you initially, it was only concentrating on providing a financial help to promote the entrepreneurship and also responsible for implementation of industrial policy initiative. But later on, they came up with their they have also invested into the BSE and NSE, that is Mumbai Stock Exchange and New York Stock Exchange, and it was also provided the financial help to promote the various financing activities, to give the financing activities to various kinds of projects related to airport, roads and telecom. The investment and the results we can see with the help of the coming this kind of projects, which was given after the experience of 70 years of IFCI. That is the project of GMR Goa International Airport, Raichur Power Corporation are some of the examples for the setting up of the certain projects with the financial assistance of IFCI. Apart from this, IFCI have played an important role in providing a finance to the different niche market intermediaries like stock exchange, skill development institution, providing an education, helping in providing finance to set up the educational and skill development institutions. The Government of India, with the help of IFCI, have funded around 200 crores to the scheduled caste entrepreneurs, and also the Government of India have designated IFCI as a nodal agency for the scheme. They are the only agency which is providing a scheme of credit of enhancement guarantee for scheduled caste entrepreneurs, which is providing in 2015, which is providing a guarantee for the entrepreneurs or the young generations who are coming with the new ideas and startups. IFC was remained solely responsible for the industrial policy initiative until 1991 after the emergence of ICICI. Okay, These are some of the functions of IFCI and the role of IFCI in entrepreneurship growth. Okay, coming to the other financial institutions, which we'll be discussing in upcoming video. Okay, so today we have discussed about commercial banks and other major financial institutions, that is IDBI, IFCI. In the next video, we'll discuss about IIBI, LIC, SFCS, and SIDCS. Okay, and the other remaining financial institutions will be covered in the upcoming sessions. Thank you.